So right here we're going to be changing the brake pad and rotors from a B7 A4 to Centric rotors and brake pads. Alright, so this is how the rotor looks. These are actually Centric rotors. This is my mom's car, used to be my car, so I did replace the Centric the rotors. I don't remember if I did the brake pads. Maybe I did from AutoZone, but I really can't recall. I don't know why I would just change the rotor without changing the brake pad, but I don't recall buying brake pads. But this is what I was talking about just that it rusts. That's the only reason I got it coated. You can see right here is rusted right here on the top, rusted here. These are non-coated Centric rotors, and this is how they get. And they do the job, but the reason I got them coated just because they look nicer. You're not going to have this rusted and this rusted, so the rotor does look a bit nicer. Alright, so we're going to be putting the new rotor in, and there's a lip already here, which is surprisingly. I got this used to be my car, so I got it with around 150 some thousand miles. I did change the timing belt, water pump, thermostat, all that stuff, tensioners, and same with the rotors. But so it has right now 180,000 miles. So I guess 30,000 miles around there, give or take 5,000. That's how it got worn out. It's a little lip. And then, alright, hold on, I'm gonna cut and get a flashlight. I need a flashlight. Okay. Oh, there's still a decent pad left. Not sure how it looks on the back. Yes, you can see. It's hard to see. I can't even see it. I have to take the. Let's see. Can we look at the brake pad? Yeah, it looks pretty good. So the brake pads actually look pretty good. We'll see once we take it all off, but since I'm changing, she did get the wear sensor warning on the dashboard, so that's why we're changing it. And she decided to just do, wanted all the 4 rotors and brake pads done, minus wall. They're not actually that much more expensive, and then she saves on labor by me installing it. Alright, so we're gonna be taking this off and show you how it looks installed. Alright, so you can see I already removed the brake caliper, and right there is holding the brake caliper. Now I need to remove the bracket carrier. But where did I put the brake pads? So the brake pads actually aren't that bad. Not that bad. But the sensor, the reason the light turned on is because the sensor was already, I'm not sure if I broke it right now or what happened with the sensor. I think I probably broke it. Anyways, I have no idea what the light, I thought it was that, but I think I just broke it right now accidentally. So now let's take out the rotor, put the new one in. I already loosened up this here. And this is a 21 millimeter. It's a big one. This one's done. This one's almost out. Wow, they're dirty. Definitely clean these up. Need better brake pads. I believe these were semi-metallic. I got ceramic brakes. That's a weird. That's weird right there. It's a weird wear mark right here. That's weird. This one doesn't have it. Alright, let's get back. Okay, as you can see, I already installed the rotor and brake pads, and it came with the new these little rotor retainer, I guess you can call it. And to be honest, I had a really difficult time installing this. Out of everything, this was very difficult to install. Very annoying. But there you can see the new rotor, old rotor. Alright, time to do the rear, but it's a nice looking rotor. Pretty easy to install. Just remove the little, I think it's a Allen key, and then the one of the backs in 21 millimeter. It's pretty big. But there you see a nice looking rotor. Time to put everything back and do the rear. Alright, so the tire is off. I did have to kick the tire with my feet. It's a little rusted, so it wouldn't come out easily. Alright, yeah, you can feel a lip here already. Let's look at the brake. I'll take it out and we can look at the brake pad. Yeah, it looks worn out. And it's dirty. Look at the back of the wheel, dirty. Alright, so now we're going to remove this brake pad rotor, brake pad and brake pad rotors. And we're going to be installing the Centric rotors. Yeah, nice looking rotors. The Centric brake pads. The new hardware. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay, so the rear is a little bit more complicated. I think the fronts are easier. So this is what I did. You could either remove the whole bracket, the bracket carrier that holds the caliper. So it's the caliper, this is the bracket. And you can remove this if you're able to. You know, maybe you have a lift, you know, it's easier to do. Or if you have a bunch of tools, you can probably do it. But for me, this is one of the bolts that goes to the bracket right here, the caliper bracket. And you can see it's really long. And I was able to remove this, but unfortunately the one on the bottom, I can't. It's I can't fit my tool. It's an 8mm hex, and unfortunately there isn't enough space for me to put in my tool. Maybe if you have a shorter one, but you can probably work around it. Maybe put maybe an 8mm, you know, something like that to get the leverage to do it. So I just found this to be easier. I removed the 13mm from the caliper, goes in here, and I was able to move this down here, move it down. And I'm going to remove the brake pads and the brake rotor. Have you seen it? I saw somebody on the internet that was able to remove this whole thing without removing the bracket here. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. So right now I gotta remove this. I think it's a T30. Remove that and then try to get the caliper out once I get the brake pads out. So we'll see if that works. Okay, as you can see, I was able to take the rotor out without removing the bracket carrier. Here are the hardwares. Remove these from the bottom. And the truth, the brake pads, the rear brake pads don't look that bad. Yeah, these could have gone way more miles, but I already have the rotors and the brake pads. Might as well change them. Because also I don't know when these pads have been changed. I bought the car in 2019, I believe, maybe 18. So the rotors that I changed were the front. The rears have been the same brake pads, same rotor. So it's actually, the rears don't do a lot of work, so the brake pad's actually pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna clean this hat off because I did have to pound the rotor with this to get it out. So I'm going to clean this up, put some anti-seize, and get the rotor back on there. Okay, here's the new rotor and brake pad install. It was a little annoying. I did scratch a little bit of the rotor, but no big deal. It is a little difficult to get this in, but anyway, I was able to do it. So here you can see it looks nice and clean. Nice coated rotor, new brake pads. You do need one of these tools to be able to push the piston back. I don't know why, but certain brake calibers needs to be able to rotate in order to be able to push back. So this is one of them. Can you do it without it? I don't know. I don't want to risk it. So I bought one of these tools at Harbor Freight. It's a Icon. There's two different ones. There's the Pittsburgh and an Icon. And the price difference is about $30. And you get a little bit more items. So I decided to go with the more expensive one. And no big deal. But here, as you can see, it has the anti-seize on the hub. That way it doesn't get rusted anymore. But yeah, let's put the wheel back and do the other side. Hopefully it goes as smooth as this one, which wasn't. Yeah, it was pretty smooth. All right, let's do the other side. Okay, here's the driver's side. Rotor. Again, a pretty good rotor, I think. I think there was really no need to change the rear brakes, but since I have the parts, might as well do it. I think this rotor here might have been a better quality rotor. As you can see, the hub did not rust as badly as the other one on the driver's side. I mean on the passenger side. So you can see, yeah, you can definitely see it's a better quality rotor, coated. Not a lot of rust. The reason it's so dirty is because my mom doesn't really clean the car very well, so that's why it's so dusty. Like, so much brake dust here, it's crazy. So let's just take this apart, see how it goes. Okay, so you can see the driver's side on rotors in with the brake pads. This time around was actually easier to install. Like I said, again, you could remove the two bolts, two 8mm hex bolts on the back to remove the bracket, but you don't have to. You can just loosen the 13mm up here and loosen the other 13mm here. Remove this one completely, loosen this one so you're able to wiggle it, and move this bracket out. Move the brake caliper out, and then you'll be able to install it. But you do get a little scratch Right here I was able to, it kind of scratched it a little bit, trying to get it in. This little mark here, I think, was already like that. It came from the bag. Let's see. It was wrapped in this, so that's where that came from. Put some anti-seize on there. Like I said, the brake pads were actually not that bad. This one's okay. This one was wearing out a little bit more, but still not bad life left. And here's the rotor. There's a lot of scorch marks. You can actually feel it. Yeah, you can feel a lip here too. So I believe this were semi-metallic. So semi-metallic are harsher on the rotors than ceramic or organic brake pads. So semi-metallic do wear the rotor more than ceramic. So these here are ceramic. So we'll see how long the life is on the rotor life and the brake pad life. And also the dust, hopefully there's a little bit less dust. Look at all this dust, and there's still more brake dust. So we'll be hopefully that gets cleared out. And I will show you that I am having an issue with the fronts that I installed. I believe it's the driver's side. Let's take a quick look so I'll show you. Yeah, so as you can see, this one's not wearing very well, so I'm going to have to take it apart and see what's going on. Versus this one, you can see it broke in very well. Let me try to see if you can turn the light on. You can't really see it, but you can see it broke in very well. Nice. But this I did not. You can see there's still a little bit of the coating down here on the bottom. So it's not about bedding in the caliper on the brake pad, because that one, the other side did pretty well, but this one here did not. So I will be taking this off and checking to see what the issue is.